Hey you, hope everybody's well today. I hope you're well today. It's the 11th day of January and I can't believe it. We are almost 2 weeks into the month. Tuesday will make 2 full weeks. Like, wow, time has flown. But I have some great news. I'm so excited. I'm down 101 pounds today. Oh my God. I am so happy. So happy. I have been on this journey for so many years. I've gained, I've lost, I've gained, I've lost. The last big significant weight loss I had was I lost 85 pounds back in 2019. And when the pandemonium came along, well, I was baking banana bread every day and I never got to do the sourdough bread, which is what I wanted to do. But I was just eating nonstop, staying up all night like I had not a care in the world. My daughter had gotten laid off during that time. It was just her, my mother, and I in our little cocoon, and we just were having a ball, eating our heart's content. Well, now I am back down. I had gained about 50 to 60 pounds of that 85 pounds that I lost initially. And I really got serious about 2 years ago and started moving my body every single day and trying to incorporate some very, very light weights, like 1 pound weights. And I am now 101 pounds down. I started this journey years ago. I was 321 pounds. And then I lost the weight, and then I gained weight, and then I lost it, and I was back over 300 pounds after the pandemonium hit. And I'm like, okay, this is never happening to me again. I will never, ever in my life be over 300 pounds. So fast forward to today, I am 220 pounds, 220.0 pounds, which means I have lost 101 pounds from 321, which was the highest weight that I have recorded. I'm sure I weighed more than that at some points, but that's the highest weight that I have recorded. So I'm 101 pounds down. I am so ecstatic. I'm so excited. And I didn't do it by myself. Full transparency, I am on Mounjaro, which, if you don't know what that is, it's a GLP-1, and it is tirzepatide. There are semaglutides, tirzepatides. I believe Mounjaro and Zepbound are tirzepatides, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. You can put it down in the comments if I'm not. And then semaglutides are Wegovy, Ozempic, and then there are other ones too. But I'm on that because I am a type 2 diabetic. I'm not just taking it just because. I am a type 2 diabetic, and it has helped me significantly. And the bonus to it is helping me to lose weight, helping me to quelch the thoughts, the food noise that goes on in my head that I constantly want to eat all day long. If food is sitting next to me, I'm picking, I'm eating. But with that, the Mounjaro, I don't think about it. I can get something. If I have a craving for something, I never deprive myself. I love Haribo peaches, the gummy peaches. And I got some recently. I only ate 2, and I took a little bit. Normally, I would buy like a case of those off of Amazon and eat them probably in 2 to 3 days. I ate 2 of those little things. A serving is 4. I ate 2, closed the bag up, and didn't think about it for weeks. And then I saw it, I'm like, oh, and then I had a little bit more and a little bit more. But I don't sit down and go through everything in one sitting anymore. Don't do that. I don't have as many cravings, but I am, even though I'm a type 2 diabetic, I am a sugar baby. Love sugar babies, by the way. If you know, you know. If you're my age, you know what a sugar baby is, and a sugar daddy. And I don't mean the derogative term. I'm talking about candy. But, of course, I can't eat those. But anyway, I just love sugar. And I was watching a video today from somebody carnivore on YouTube. I don't know who she is. I've never followed her before. And this video popped up in the shorts. And I watched it, and she was saying that, you know, you need to really focus on your protein, eating your protein, which she does carnivore, which I do too on occasion. And I'm getting back into that now. And that when you're eating and you have that craving as soon as you finish eating for something sweet, that's like the insulin, because the insulin is like, wait a minute, where's the sugar? You haven't given us any sugar, and we want that sugar. So the insulin is like, you know, working in there to get you to have these cravings. I don't want that. I don't want that. I am insulin resistant. Of course, no doctor told me that, but I learned that, you know, being diabetic. You have a fat stomach, you have fatty liver, and that's all the sugars, carbs, and everything we're putting into our bodies, at least that I'm putting into my body. Let me speak for myself, that I'm putting into my body. So now I'm making these changes. They're getting easier and easier and easier for me, and I am ecstatic at this 101-pound weight loss. I am so excited. I did post in my community tab a picture, and I'm just excited. I'm so excited that to be at this point. This has been a long journey, and I have a long way to go. Okay, this is not the end. I have a long way to go. I have at least 22 more pounds before I can get to Wonderland, and then once I do that, then it's on. You know, then it is on, because trying to get to my goal this year, 2025, yes, I will not be, you know, a little dumpling anymore. No, I will not. And I never cared about stuff like that. I love myself. I've never had any kind of depression or anything when it comes to me and what I look like. I love myself. I have always loved myself, because this is where I am right now. I'm not going to hate me. I did this to me. Nobody else did. I'm not going to hate me. I love me. No matter what size I am, no matter how I look, I love myself. I always have. And I think I've learned that from my mother. She loved herself, loved her body, would flaunt around, and you couldn't tell her anything. And that's how I feel too. Although my mother was very thin, she was always thin. And I believe she was a little fat phobic, because when I was coming up, I wasn't a fat child or anything like that. But of course I had a little, you know, chubby little cheeks and that. But she put me on Weight Watchers when I'm sure I wasn't even 10 yet. And, you know, or she would listen to her friends say, oh, Alexis is a little chunky or whatever. And so she would always try to have me on some kind of something, diet, which I hate that word. And that always made me always wanted to look like, you know, a supermodel and be thin like my mother and all of that. Well, I'm 5'2". I'm never going to look like anybody's supermodel. That's just not happening. I do have very small wrist and fingers in that. So I can't wait to see what I'm going to look like again. The smallest I've ever been in my life was when I was a young person, when I was a teenager. I wore a size 7 in high school, and I probably wore smaller than that. I probably was like a size 6, I believe. And then when I got to my senior year, after I graduated, I didn't get my driver's license until I graduated my senior year of high school in 1982. And summer of 82, I got my license. Did it on the first try. And I started driving. So I wasn't walking. I used to do a lot of walking everywhere. I lived in Chicago for 4 years when I was from middle school to 11th grade. And so I had to walk to school every day. And that was a long way from where I lived. And I had to walk to middle school every day, to and from, and to high school, to and from. And so I was always moving. Back then, I didn't know anything about pedometers and 10,000 steps or anything like that. I do now, though. Yes, I do now. At 60 years old, this 60-year-old sexagenarian, I know now. And I know what to do now. So that's why I'm doing it now, and I'm focusing on myself. My mother lived to be 89 years old. She died 3 years ago. And she was in pretty good health most of her life. but then at the end she got congestive heart failure. And that's not going to be me. I take care of myself. I take my magnesium for my heart, magnesium glycinate. I follow Dr. Eric Berg. He'll tell you all about that stuff. I follow Dr. Mindy Peltz as far as fasting. She has a book, Fast Like a Girl, and I think Eat Like a Girl or Cook Like a Girl. I think it's Eat Like a Girl. I don't have either of her books, but I love her to pieces. And I learned fasting from her. I used to do it years ago, and I'm like, how come I'm never losing weight? How come I'm not this? How come I'm not that? Well, I wasn't doing it right. I just got an app, a fasting app, and I would just put in, okay, I stopped eating here, and now I'm eating here, and whatever. I wasn't paying attention to the duration of the fast, how to maybe once a month or so do a detox and a cleansing fast, do a water fast to help my cells rejuvenate. I wasn't doing any of that stuff. Well, now I do. Get to autophagy and all those things. And if you don't know anything about that, research and look up Dr. Mindy Peltz on YouTube. She's amazing. If I remember, I'll link her down below as one of the people that I like to watch, that I follow. But yeah, so I'm doing it. I am freaking doing it. I exercise every single day. I do not take a day off. On the weekends when my daughter doesn't work, she's off usually on Sunday and Monday. This weekend she's off today. It's Saturday, like I said, January 11th, because we had very tiny snow here yesterday. But I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, and when we get a dusting of snow, everything closes down. But whenever we get snow or anything, it always turns into an ice event, and that's dangerous. And so she's home today. She's normally off on Sunday and Monday, so she's got a 3-day weekend. And so we've been in the house, not going anywhere. And I am exercising now, usually on her days off when I don't have to take her. She doesn't drive, so I take her to and from. She doesn't drive yet. She's 26, and hopefully we'll be working on that sometime this year or early next year, getting her license. She has had driver's ed. She's passed it, all of that. So now it's just when she's ready. And I don't push her, go at your own pace. So I've had my license since I was 17. So, and I'm 60, so you do the math. But anyway, I forgot what I was going to say. I lost my train of thought there. Oh, I was going to say that when she's off, I don't have to get up early or anything, so I usually have slow mornings. I have slow mornings most days anyway, even when she does work. She usually doesn't go into work until 10 a.m., so I don't have to be up at the crack of dawn. I did the whole get up with me at 5 a.m. routine, and yeah, I may start doing that again. I do like it. I like the quiet time of it. I like to read my Bible, read a book, journal, meditate, and do all those things in the morning. But I find other times to do those because I like my sleep. I need my 8-hour sleep. And some days I don't go to bed early. I don't sleep well, so I don't get up at the crack of dawn anymore. I do try to get up before 7 a.m. because I love to watch GMA. It's one of my faves. And so I watch them in the morning as I'm getting ready, to start my day. And so I do try to get up like maybe 6:45. And I catch the little last snippet of our local news with the weather, and I watch GMA for 2 hours, and then, I'm usually getting dressed and done by that time. So by 9 o'clock a.m., I'm dressed and ready, and I'm just waiting on my daughter to be ready so I can take her to work. Then when I get back home, I start my steps. But on the days that I don't have a schedule, I don't have to get up, I do take my time. I try to do 10,000 steps at least, but every other day, I do at least 20,000 plus steps, and I do them seated in my recliner with my Apple Watch, pump my arms, move my legs back and forth, up and down. I march in my chair, and I do my steps, and that is what I do every single day. Every single day. So far, I've got 4.18 miles done because I didn't rush this morning since she didn't have to go anywhere. I got up, I filmed this video this morning, and I went to post it, and I'm like, why is my video almost 2 hours long? Well, somehow it got on slow-mo. I don't know how that happened, why that happened, and I'm like, what? And my videos right now are unedited. mistakes and all. That's what you get from me here. The full authenticity. I'm sitting here on the edge of my bed. This is my bed made up. There's junk behind me, folded sheets that you may or may not see behind me from the laundry I've done. I mean, you know, this channel is not, you may see a bug crawling up my wall. Anything can happen in this video. My cat may show up in the video, although she won't be in this one. She's out in the living room right now. I left her out there, so I'm in my room with the door closed, so she won't be making an appearance today. Her name is Mam. She's a kitten that just invited herself in about 4 months. Monday will make 4 months since we've had her, and she was a blessing from God. And I'll get into that in another video. But today, it's all about my 101-pound weight loss. I am super excited. Can't believe it. I finally got here. Over the holiday, I was in a group called Sugar Mama Sisterhood. And I follow that group on Facebook. It's led by Mary Van Dorn, an excellent, beautiful person, and she's had a significant weight loss, and she started her group as Sugar Mama Strong, a diabetes group, and I joined that group in 2019, and she started this sisterhood group a while ago, and I was always resisting. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not following anybody. I'm not paying. I'm not. So she did a last little boot camp for the year. And today was, I think, well, this weekend was our last. Yeah, this weekend is the last weigh-in. And I did my weigh-in yesterday. And I wish I would have waited to today, because yesterday I weighed 223. Today I weighed 220. So I lost 3 pounds from yesterday to today. And that's all from focusing on my protein, getting it in. I got almost 200 grams of protein in yesterday. And I really have been focusing on that. No sugar, low carb for right now. I do have my carbs. I do have bread. I love sourdough bread. I love some bread that's not really good for you. I do like the Sara Lee Delightful bread. Not the best bread, but I do like it. It's low-cal, and I like it. And I love rice. I am half Puerto Rican. I eat rice. I could eat rice every single day of my life. I love rice. Arroz con gandules, yes please. Empanadas, yes please. Patés, yes please. I can eat it every day. Plantain, yes please. So, but I don't. I have learned to not. When I want it, I have it, but in moderation for sure. So yeah, I am just ecstatic about this. I started to say, when I went off the rails, I had a 9-pound weight gain during the holiday. Why, I don't know, because I did make Thanksgiving meal for my daughter and I. It's only us two, and my daughter doesn't eat leftovers, so that leaves it to me. And you know, I was eating that stuff till the wheels fell off, basically. We made turkey. I roasted a turkey, the biggest turkey I've ever had in my life, because I couldn't find a small turkey breast for us. I like a bone-in turkey breast. Couldn't find any, and I did an Instacart order for my groceries because I was busy doing stuff around here. And so I put down that I wanted a 4 to 7 pound turkey breast or turkey. They brought me an almost 20-pound turkey for 2 people. So that was great. So I've got turkey to last me till the cows come home. But anyway, I made macaroni and cheese, baked macaroni and cheese. I made my mother's candied sweet potatoes. And I made roasted Brussels sprouts and the turkey. And then I made some cornbread dressing for myself. And I had posted this in my first video back on YouTube. I've been on YouTube, I think, for like 12 years now. But I only posted like maybe 2 videos on here or something like that. Or whatever, some shorts or something. But anyway, I posted, and I think it was episode 2 or 3. Could be episode 1. You can go back and check. Do you all say dressing or stuffing? Now, how I feel about that is dressing. I say dressing because I always have it on the side. I never stuff the cavity of any bird or fish or anything. So it's dressing to me. Stuffing to me is when it is stuffed inside the turkey or a bird or whatever vessel you use to stuff it. So green pepper, whatever you use, that's stuffing. So I say dressing. So put in the comments, what do you say? Dressing or stuffing? And I love cornbread dressing. It's my absolute favorite. So I made some of that, and there's so much of it in the freezer. I ate probably not even 2 tablespoons worth or so, big heaping tablespoons worth probably. So yeah. But anyway, I've just learned now to really focus on my protein. Protein for me right now is what's really helping me, because I was just eating very little bits with Manjaro or any GLP-1. It is an appetite suppressant. So sometimes you just don't feel like eating. You have to make yourself eat. You have to get the calories in. And I'm like, oh, I'll just have one hamburger today. And I make all my meals whole foods. I focus on whole foods. I do not eat fast food. The only thing that I do eat out that I love is sushi, because I don't make sushi. And I love sushi. And I love rice. So I do make my sushi. I love nigiri. That's my favorite, with salmon. But I love sushi. So we do get that out. But as far as everyday food, I have stopped eating. I was the queen of McDonald's, okay? I could have McDonald's morning, noon, and night. I love McDonald's so much. It's not that good anymore, I don't think, but I love McDonald's. I don't eat any of that anymore. I couldn't tell you when was the last time. It's probably been 2 years since I've had McDonald's. I have not had any fast food. We've had pizza a while ago as a necessity, because I think we were sick. I didn't feel good. I didn't have anything in here to cook. We ordered a pizza, and I will not eat that. I like to make my own pizza with, I can't think of the name of the bread that I like to use. Lavash. I like it with lavash, either a pita or the lavash bread, the flat one, and I cut it and make pizza with that in the oven. Or I like naan bread pizza, and I get the mini naans. I like the garlic naan, and I make a little pizza with that, and that's what I have. I will not, or I make a meat base, like either ground turkey or ground beef as the crust, if I'm doing full, like a keto or carnivore situation, and then top it with things and have that as my pizza. But other than that, we don't eat out anymore. We just don't. I can't. It makes me sick anyway in my stomach. And I'm not going to put all that foreign sodium and carbs and sugar into my body anymore. So this is where the 60-year-old mindset has set in, because I really am cognizant of that, and I really pay attention to what I put into my body now. As for, I don't do any seed oils anymore. We use avocado oil or olive oil that comes from one region. Look at the bottle. You'll notice if it says it's from Spain, Italy, Mexico, blah, blah, blah. You don't know where that oil is from and what is in that oil. One region. So that's what I do. And that's what I use. And I use grass-fed butter, Kerrygold butter, or the butter from, I think it's Costco. It comes in the green wrapper. It's grass-fed. That's the only butter I use. I love Danish butter, and I love Lurpak. I used to be able to find it here in Charlotte, but I can't find it anymore. So there's that. I love that butter. I grew up on that butter in the Virgin Islands. So I love Lurpak butter. So if anybody wants to send me a care package of Lurpak butter, I'll take it. But I just wanted to come on here and say I am happy. I did it. And if you're on a weight loss journey, baby steps. You could do it too. It doesn't matter if you have a weight loss stall or you gain a couple pounds. Don't let that discourage you. Don't ever let that discourage you. You just start afresh, eat good protein, and eat enough protein. I try to do at least 1,200 calories or a little bit more than that a day, no more than 1,500 if I'm tracking, when I'm tracking. I use the Lose It app to track. I just got back to tracking. I use it every day to track my glucose numbers when I do my stick for my diabetes, but I haven't been tracking my food. So I just started back doing that this week, and it has proven to be significant, because I have lost this weight this week. I have lost 5 pounds this week, and I am just ecstatic. And from eating my protein and eating enough, staying satiated so I'm not craving the sugar, because I am a sugar baby, sugar bug, whatever you want to call me. That's me. And I haven't had any for the last maybe 3 days. I do like Trident bubblegum. So when I feel like something I want to chew, I have some Trident bubblegum, or I just make me some water. And sometimes I will use a little bit of Crystal Light in my water, but usually I just drink water with lemon and salt if I don't have electrolytes. I love Element, and I have no subscribers on this channel yet. Not enough. I have subscribers, let me take that back, and I'm grateful that I have 2 new ones. I'm so grateful for them. I don't even have 10 subscribers yet. So because of that, it's going to take me a while before anybody sponsors my videos. This is not sponsored at all, but I love Element. I love it. I love the sparkling cans of it. I love citrus is one of my favorites. I love watermelon, and I love the raspberry. I love Element. So yeah, one day you'll come back and I will be sponsored by Element, and you'll have a code to use for them. Not today though. Today's not that day. But anyway, thank you so much for all your encouragement, cheering me on, and I'm here to cheer you on, and whatever your goals are, whatever your endeavors are, let's cheer on each other. For 2025, we are thriving in 2025. Yes, we are surviving in 2025, and let's cheer on each other. Let's help each other make positive changes and get to our goals that we want to achieve. As one of the people who I followed, Countess of Shopping, she's here on YouTube and she's on Facebook. She is a beautiful, beautiful queen, and she's lost 103 pounds. So proud of her. And she always ends the end of her video with, what are you going to do today to reach your goals? So I'm going to borrow that from her. What are you going to do today to reach your goals? Today I'm eating protein, focusing on that, getting my steps in, and maybe some light weights today. That's what I'm doing today. So I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful weekend on this almost full second week of January 2025. Please come back, like this video, please, comment below, and please subscribe. I beg you. It doesn't cost anything, and I would love to have you here. Thank you. And remember, love you plenty.